it sounds so grand, but it simply means having to deal with people you don't like. Having to be nice when you don't want to be nice to them, right? Is being on your best behavior when you just want to slap them. So these are your stakeholders, okay? They will be, your salary is dependent on how nice you are with them, okay? Because the next project that your company has may be dependent on whether you gave them enough hampers. Why did you give me you gave me a hamper from Giant? At least Marks and Spencer lah, come on, brother. So, in a nutshell, stakeholder management is dealing with people who are relevant to the business that you're in, relevant to your company, relevant to the decision makers in your company, in your organization. You have to be nice to them at your level, junior level. Your stakeholders may be the typist, or it may be the person working in finance. But if you're not nice to that procurement person, the check will come out for the invoice. Right? So stakeholders, there are many stakeholders from the very highest level to down to the cleaners. Okay? The most important person in any organization is not the CEO, is the CEO's driver. You want to know whether the CEO is in a good mood? You want to know where the CEO will be this afternoon? You talk to the driver. Okay? How do you be nice to the driver? You bring brownies. Okay, he arrives early. You know the son has a birthday. You bawa birthday cake for the son. Okay, not just the CEO driver, the COO's driver. Okay, the CFO's driver, because you want to know how good a mood he's in that particular day. So do not underestimate the power of stakeholder management. So free your heads. Don't keep thinking you're talking very, very high level. You're talking down to the cleaner as well. Okay? Cleaners are also very important because they will tell you the mood that the person is in this morning. So you want to have a presentation this afternoon, you nak tahu dia bad mood or not. Talk to the cleaner. Aduh, jangan. So then you know, at the presentation, no jokes. You have to be very, very serious with the presentation. If the person is in a good mood, okay, hello, how are you? Dia pun nak layan. You're not staying there as if like you're wasting your time. Right? So, have in your head the broadest definition of stakeholder management. Because we're going to go into it rather deep and also at the same time pretty shallow as well. I'm not going to give you textbook explanations of what it is. That one you can read it up. I will give you explanations or stories or narratives about what it's actually like on the ground. Right? So you have your theory, I'm going to give you the very, very practical aspect of it. So the theory may not include drivers and cleaners and janitors. I will tell you they are very, very important. Right, next slide please. You've seen this before. Something like this. You know who to be nice to, you know who matters, you know who you like, tak layan, tak apa. Or you know who you need to look after. Right? Anybody married here? Okay? So who's more important, your mother-in-law or your husband? Where is your mother-in-law? Where is your mother-in-law? The green, the blue, the yellow or the orange? Keep satisfied or manage carefully. Which one? If you're dating this girl, next year Namari say, where do you put your girlfriend's father? Manage very carefully. Very, very carefully. Your girlfriend's youngest brother, where is he? Right. Okay. So this is basically how it works. Okay. Who are the people that's important to manage, and who are the ones don't care lah. But you just keep an eye out open. Adik dia kan like, maybe it's useful adik dia, the brother like, come. I buy you a new pair of jeans or not? One new pair of Converse, I can buy for you. Why? Because the younger brother is the one who will report to the father what time you brought the daughter home that night. Okay? So, this is basically in a nutshell who to manage, how to manage, and when to manage. There are some people you manage all the time, like the father. There are some people, jentik ah, but sometimes he's important, like the younger brother, right? So have this in mind when you're talking about your bosses, okay, or you're talking about your boss's personal assistant. Or if the driver is very important, then the driver will be in the green box. Every morning give the driver coffee, teh tarik, bring him his roti canai because you want to extract from him information, because the CEO you know has a habit of talking on the phone from point A to point B. Drivers know what's going on, not the PA. Drivers know what's going on. Drivers know personally whether the CEO dah gaduh dengan bini dia pagi tadi. And that will impact the mood. Okay, this is seemingly joking, okay, but if you want to survive in a GMC, this is what happens. Or in any big organization. Alright, so manage your expectations, manage your stakeholders. Keep this diagram in mind, not just for your work, but also your personal relationships, also your relationship here. Where are you putting your friends? Where are you putting your lecturers? Okay, where are you putting the guy with the keys to the office? Is he that important? Who's the person marking your exam paper? How do you manage him? Right? So this, I'm simplifying things to the max, so that by analogy you would basically understand a very abstract concept. Right? Next one, next slide please. Now, this is basically the challenges that you would face as a PR practitioner. Stakeholder management is just one of them. I can't see, Public scrutiny. Okay? Dato is the expert here when it comes to public scrutiny, and he'll give you an example later on when he talks about MH370, the intense public scrutiny that he was under and that he has had to manage. Right? And then you have balancing public interest. You have a whole list there of things that you need to do as PR practitioners, and as I mentioned earlier, stakeholder management is but one of them. Okay, I put there human resource readiness as the last one as well. Okay, basically because sometimes in PR you are so ambitious, you want to do this, that, and everything. I want to start this Facebook page, I want to start this Twitter page. Who is going to manage your Twitter 24/7? Who is going to manage your Facebook 24/7? No, we close at 5. No, you call yourself International Islamic. The international is there. There is no time zone. Right? I started the Puspel Facebook and Twitter. Okay, it's still ongoing. And I only agreed to start it because it's managed by the call center. Shabas call center, Puspel call center is on 24/7. The call agents there are all degree holders. They are all problem solvers. Okay? We do not want you to call the call center and having to pass you around to so many people to solve your problem. And they should be able to manage questions on Facebook and Twitter as well. So human resource is of paramount importance when you're determining how to have your communication strategy coming along. Like I said, you can be ambitious, you want to have this, then everything. Oh, let's have a Facebook page, let's make sure it's interactive, let's make sure that we reply within 30 minutes. Can you do that when a different time zone is trying to place an order or complaining? Right? So these are the various aspects that you need to consider in the big picture of PR, and I will repeat it, stakeholder is just a tiny part of it. Okay, next one. I cannot see you. Right. Now this is where reporting comes in. You've heard of annual reports, corporate governance reports, okay, with the GRI. You want to impart information about people, planet, and profits. Reporting goes a long way. Okay, how much you report, you're supposed to be transparent, but do you really want to tell people how much you spend on medical? on your medical fees. Oh, people will say, oh my God, this place is full of sick people. Okay, get rid of them. Why do you manage? Why look at this atrocious amount that you're spending for medical benefits? Or look at your flexi benefits. You really want to pay people to go on holiday because that's part of a flexi benefit package. You're given, like, say, 25,000. 25,000 is for you to claim. You can buy sunglasses with it. Okay, make sure the receipt comes from a proper optician. You can pay for your son's dental appointment or dental care, and make sure it comes from a hospital. So there are many ways to manipulate it. But do you really want to tell everything in your annual report? Maybe not.